Welcome back, everybody, for another deep dive. This time, we're looking at how Progressive is using AI to, totally transform their marketing campaigns.
That's right. It's pretty wild stuff.
We've got a ton of notes and documents here about Progressive, MMA Global, and this company called Claritas.
Yeah, some fascinating insights there for sure.
I was looking through it earlier, and one of the documents says AI helped boost a campaign's performance by a whopping 197%.
Wow. That's almost triple the results. Incredible.
Yeah, crazy, right?
It really highlights just how much potential AI has, especially now that we have these advanced AI techniques to work with.
So tell me, what problem was Progressive facing that made them turn to AI in the first place?
Well, it seems like they had a common problem a lot of companies are dealing with these days. They knew AI could do amazing things, but they weren't exactly sure how to use it for marketing. Progressive really wanted to jump into those latest AI technologies to make their campaigns smarter and more successful.
Gotcha. So they wanted to level up their whole approach to marketing with AI.
Exactly. Think about things like data analysis, creating ads that really resonate with their target audience, all powered by AI.
Right. The notes mention two types of AI specifically. They call them generative AI, which they abbreviate to GenAI, and then AI personalization, AIP. Can you break those down a little bit?
Of course. Let's start with GenAI.
Okay, GenAI.
It's really quite amazing, actually. It uses these complex algorithms to just create massive amounts of content. Like in Progressive's case, GenAI actually generated 120 different audio variations for their ads.
Wait, hold on. 120 different versions. That's insane. How do they even know which version is best to use?
And that's where AIP comes in.
Okay, so AIP sorts it all out.
Yeah, it's all about analyzing that audience data, but in real time. And we're not just talking about basic demographics here. We're talking about things like browsing history, past interactions, location, even what time of day it is.
Wow, that's a lot of data.
Oh, yeah. So AIP takes all of that and then uses it to instantly choose the perfect audio variation for each person listening.
It's like a super smart marketing expert making these split-second decisions for each person, right?
Precisely.
So much more targeted than those generic radio ads everyone just tunes out, right?
100%. You see, traditional advertising methods, they're static. Create one ad and blast it out to everyone. AIP is constantly learning and adjusting and optimizing as it goes.
Okay, so it's like this constantly evolving system that gets smarter over time. But I'm curious, did it actually work? What results did Progressive see with all of this?
Well, the results are actually outlined in the notes here as the Claritas effect, and they're pretty impressive. They saw a 52% lift in total conversions from those ads powered by GenAI.
So that means more people were taking action after hearing the ads, actually doing something.
Exactly. And remember that 197% increase in performance that you mentioned earlier, that was comparing the AI-powered campaign to a similar one they ran without AI.
Right.
So that really highlights just how impactful the AI was in boosting that performance.
Okay, those are some serious numbers.
Oh, yeah. We're not just talking about abstract data here. This is real-world impact, actually impacting their bottom line.
Yeah, that's what matters at the end of the day.
And there's more. The source also mentions a 31% increase in, quote, starts, which means more people were taking that initial step towards becoming Progressive customers.
Wow. So not only were the ads better at getting people's attention, but they actually drove real business results.
Right. And on top of that, their audience engagement tripled compared to their old campaigns. And get this, 98% of people actually listened to the entire ad.
Really? 98%. That's amazing, especially these days when everyone's so easily distracted.
It is impressive. It seems like the AI was making the ads that much more engaging and effective.
Yeah, for sure. But I'm wondering about the speed of it all. How long did it take them to actually put all of this together?
Well, that's where it gets even more interesting. Usually, a campaign like this would take Progressive about 3 months to develop and launch.
3 months, okay.
But with the AI handling so much of the work, they managed to get it all done in under 8 weeks.
Hold on. So they cut the time by more than half.
Exactly. And that speed is a direct result of the AI's ability to just automate and optimize all those tasks. It frees up the human marketers to focus on the big picture strategy and creative stuff.
Right, so the AI is like the workhorse doing all the heavy lifting.
You got it.
That's incredible. It seems like the potential is just limitless.
It really is. And it's not just about marketing. It's impacting so many different fields. Like healthcare, for example. AI is being used there to diagnose diseases earlier and create those personalized treatment plans. And then there's finance. AI is being used to detect fraud and even manage investments more effectively.
Yeah, I've even heard about self-driving cars becoming a reality because of AI.
That's right. AI-powered systems are making it possible.
It's kind of mind-blowing to think about all the ways AI is impacting the world.
It's really changing everything, and that trend is only going to get stronger.
Yeah, I feel like what we're talking about with progressive today might seem totally normal in just a few years.
Exactly. It
Mhm.
really is a transformative time. And for our listener, I think it's really important for them to understand what's happening with AI because it is going to impact their lives in some way.
You're right. So even if they're not like directly working in marketing or technology or whatever, AI is still relevant to them.
For sure. AI isn't some futuristic concept anymore. It's happening right now, today. It's shaping how we live, the products we buy, the news we consume, even the job market.
I like how you put that. It's like this invisible force that's shaping everything around us.
Exactly. And the more we understand about how it works, like the good and the bad, the better equipped we'll be to handle all of it.
So knowledge is power when it comes to AI.
Absolutely. The more we know, the better choices we can make, both as individuals and as a society.
This deep dive has definitely made me think about all of this differently. It's pretty wild to think that if AI can already create 120 ad variations for progressive, what else could it be doing in other fields?
The possibilities really are endless.
Yeah, it's really exciting, but also a little bit scary, to be honest.
I understand that. I think it's good to approach all of this with a sense of wonder, but also a healthy dose of caution.
So as we wrap up this first part of our deep dive, what's the one thing you want our listeners to really think about?
I would say just start paying attention to how AI is already a part of your life, and then think about how that might change in the next few years. Ask yourself things like, how am I already interacting with AI? How might that change in the years to come? What am I excited about? And what am I worried about when it comes to AI? These are important questions to think about, not just for yourself, but for everyone.
It really is amazing, though, how much faster they were able to launch this campaign using AI.
Right. It's like they had a whole team of tireless marketing assistants working around the clock.
Yeah, AI is definitely a game changer.
Yeah.
And like you were saying earlier, this kind of efficiency could have a huge impact on tons of other industries, not just marketing.
Oh, absolutely. Think about it. Faster drug discovery, super efficient urban planning. I mean, the possibilities really are pretty mind-blowing.
It's like AI is unlocking human potential in ways we never even imagined.
Exactly. It's not about replacing us. It's more about augmenting what we can already do, helping us accomplish more and do it better.
I like that, augmenting our abilities. But let's go back to progressive for a second. We talked about all the great results, but were there any challenges or downsides to using AI that the sources mentioned?
Well, one thing that came up a few times was the need for really good data, like high quality data. You see, these AI systems, they rely on accurate and representative data to learn from. If the data is messed up or biased, the AI can actually make those problems even worse.
It's kind of like if you're baking a cake and you use bad ingredients, the cake's not going to turn out so good. Garbage in, garbage out, right?
Yeah, exactly. Progressive, they had to be super careful about the data they used to train their AI, making sure it was diverse, representative, and didn't have any built-in biases.
Right, because ultimately these AI systems have the power to influence people's decisions, so it's a huge responsibility.
Oh, for sure. And it's not just the data itself, it's also about understanding what the AI can and can't do. I mean, these systems are powerful, but they're not perfect, right?
Right.
They can still make mistakes. That's why it's so important to have people keeping an eye on things, making sure the AI is being used ethically and responsibly.
So it's like having a co-pilot in the cockpit. You need that human expertise and the AI's processing power to navigate safely.
That's a perfect analogy. It's all about finding the right balance between humans and AI.
Okay, so we've spent a lot of time talking about progressive and how they're using AI for marketing, but I'm curious, how is AI being used in other industries? Is this just a marketing thing or is this happening everywhere?
Oh, AI is popping up all over the place, like healthcare, for instance. They're using AI to diagnose diseases way earlier than before and to develop these personalized treatment plans, which is pretty cool.
Right, right.
And then there's finance. AI is being used to catch fraudsters and to manage investments better.
Yeah, it seems like every time I turn around, there's another article about self-driving cars using AI.
That's right. Those AI-powered systems are what make self-driving cars possible.
It's pretty amazing, really.
It really is. AI is changing pretty much everything, and it's only going to keep growing from here.
Yeah, it feels like what we're talking about today with progressive. It might seem totally normal in just a couple years.
Exactly. Things are changing so fast. And, for our listeners out there, I think it's crucial to understand what's going on with AI because it will affect their lives in one way or another.
That's a good point. So even if they're not like, software engineers or data scientists or whatever, this is still something they need to be aware of.
Absolutely. AI is not some sci-fi fantasy anymore. It's part of our world, right here, right now. It's affecting everything from the stuff we buy, to the news we read, to the jobs we have.
It's almost like AI is this invisible force that's quietly shaping the world around us.
It really is. And the more we know about it, the good and the bad, the better prepared we'll be to handle all of the changes.
So knowledge is power when it comes to AI.
Without a doubt. The more we know, the better choices we can make, both individually and as a society.
This deep dive has really got me thinking. If AI can do all this amazing stuff for Progressive, what else is it capable of doing in other industries?
I know, right? The possibilities are just endless. It's kind of crazy to think about.
It is. And to be honest, it's a little bit scary too.
Yeah, I get that. I think it's important to approach this whole AI thing with a sense of excitement, but also, a little bit of healthy skepticism.
So, to wrap up this part of our deep dive, what's the one thing you want our listeners to really think about?
I'd say just start paying attention to how AI is already a part of your everyday life. Think about how you interact with it now and how that might change in the next few years. Ask yourself some questions like, how am I already using AI? And what are my hopes and fears when it comes to AI? These are important questions we all need to be thinking about.
It's almost like we're living in some sci-fi movie, you know, but it's actually happening all around us.
Right, and we have this amazing opportunity to shape what happens next. It's not like the future of AI is set in stone. We're all contributing to it with the choices we make.
It's not about being afraid of AI or just
Yeah.
blindly accepting it, right? It's about being informed and making conscious decisions about how we use it.
Exactly. AI is just a tool, really. And like any tool, it can be used for good or for bad. It's up to us to make sure we're using it ethically and responsibly in a way that actually benefits everyone.
This deep dive has been amazing, by the way. We've covered so much, from like the nitty-gritty details of Progressive's marketing campaign to these huge questions about what AI means for all of us.
That's what I love about these deep dives. We can really get into the specifics of a topic, but then also zoom out and see how it connects to the bigger picture.
I feel like I've learned a ton, and I hope our listeners have too. But I also feel like we've only scratched the surface here. There's still so much more to learn about AI.
Oh, definitely. It's an ongoing journey of learning and discovery. And as AI continues to evolve, our understanding of it will too. It's an exciting time to be paying attention to all this.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, what's one final thought you want to leave our listeners with?
I would say stay curious. Never stop asking questions. The future of AI is being shaped right now, and we can all be part of making sure that future is a good one.
Well said. And to all our listeners out there, we hope this deep dive has inspired you to learn more about the world of AI. Until next time.